back in business. Kind of expected I'd be back again this morning, but also I wasn't 100% sure. So, I didn't want to commit to anything yesterday. But, realistically, I expected this to be the case. So. So, looking at this with fresh eyes, I don't hate it. But I am going to need to pull up a reference and stop bin myself. So, yeah, let's pull that up and have a look. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's a little wonky here and there. Don't know how fixable that is though. And there is a bug already up in my grill. So if we could just not, that would be okay. It's a little wonky in places, but is that going to matter? I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, that looks better. Definitely to mess with these in post. Okay, that definitely looks better though. Definitely looks better. So, are they going to be wide enough for the thing that they need to... Oh, but then I can... I'm just thinking. Kinda need to stay like that, to be honest. Kinda need to stay like that. Don't mind it. I'm just staring at this reference and then back at this thing and deciding whether I'm okay with things or not. I think, objectively, I will never finish this if I don't just go, you know what? It's probably fine. So I'm inclined to do that. I'm inclined to do that. Yeah, I'm going to say that it's probably fine. I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to have a look at this. Again with fresh eyes. So this will be the next thing to mess with. I said that was a thing. Extends kinda. And it kind of gets joined by a bunch of other bits. So I'm wondering whether I'm able to cheese it based on this. That's fine. No. Something to that effect. Well, it'd be nice if I could get this into a moldable position. Because I'm meeting a mate tomorrow at some point. So if I can sort out some silicon beforehand, that would be ideal. Need to message him actually. See what we're planning, because I'm pretty sure there won't be a plan. It rarely is. Now if I can just do the same on the other side, ideally. See how lucky I get. Nothing else, it should give me some idea. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty okay guess, by all accounts. Do I have any better tools for this? Let's see. Probably this one, right? Is that too thin? I feel like that's too thin. What if I use this? Seems better. No wonder. Maybe this will be the strat. I need that, and I'm going to need the brush, because this is going to get annoying quickly. Don't mind how that looks, though. Oh, hello. How's it going? Oh, I'm frozen. No, I'm back. I hope it's not as early for you as it is for me. Maybe this will work better. Kinda. Kinda, sorta, but also not a whole bunch. Maybe this one. It's pretty decent. Ooh, that's good. My my chat on my phone is not keeping up, so I'm having to read from my laptop, and the only view I have of chat is super tiny. So I apologize if it takes me a while. I am trying to read, but my phone has really not been coping the last couple of days. Doesn't bode spectacularly well, but there you go. It is what it is. I keep thinking I'm nearly done with this thing. It's definitely not the case. Sorry, having a conversation? That's alright. I am very much okay with that. I'm going to be here for a while anyway. I think this is going to be the tool to do this. It's just going to take me a while. Oh well, so's the rest of this thing. Doesn't matter a whole bunch at this point, to be honest. I'm going to try and get that central line in as well. Probably going to be easier at this angle. At least try and find where it is. Roughly sort of there-ish. Not bad. So I'll just more or less keep doing the same thing with this. Oh, hello. It's looking great, super pretty. Thank you. It's taken me much longer than I ever intended. That's how this always goes. I'm hoping that I can finalize this to a point that I can actually mold it tomorrow, since I've got the day off. I am seeing a friend at some point, so I need to message him and see what we're thinking. I've got no idea how much time I'll have. Then early, it's, doesn't matter. Funny, I keep messaging people when I wake up, and then being surprised when they don't get back to me. So I don't think I'm going to hold it against him, if I'm honest. But then I don't really check my messages during the day because I'm at work, so realistically, I am the odd one. I'm at peace with that. I'm debating whether this would have been easier if I'd laid individual sections on next to one another. It might have been. It's because the amount of bits that you get when you carve into stuff. Just a little bit annoying. It's just one of those things, it'll get there. It'll just take me a while. Don't know whether you guys have got any projects on at the minute. Because it's MCM soon. Jeez. I'm not going, I forget. Well, until I get like emails through from them, and I remember. Yeah, I hope all of that's sorted. Saw the community post about the video. Thought that was obscenely wholesome. Gutted I won't be there, but very keen to see the outcome. Why is it deleted messages? Goodness sake. Don't do that. Let me try and fix this so I can actually read what you put. I don't know how to undelete stuff. Awesome. Okay, I think I can read what you put. Taking a bit of a break from cosplay for this MCM, because hosting and filming videos is already quite exhausting. Yeah, fair play. Super fun, but cosplaying as well is a bit much, and there are plans, for October. So yeah, let myself rest a little bit for this one. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. Possibly over emojied. Okay. Well, I don't know. Thing is that because chat tends to be fairly quiet this time of the morning, haven't really had a lot of experience in finding out what I need to change as far as like auto modding, etc. I'm not sure why it freaks out on me sometimes, to be honest, but perfectly sensible plan of action. Organizing stuff is stressful enough, like, just for yourself. As far as groups, good grief, I am not jealous. It might be because I winked, but the wink was necessary because you know one of the plans. I do. I definitely do. And yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Stoked for that. It's gonna be the first time that I've done something expressly as part of a group. So usually it's, you know, pretty much just me. Certainly as far as theming, I'll do something independent to my mates. So yeah, that'll be fun. Very excited for that. Me too, so very excited. It'll be fun to do a group thing. Oh yeah. It'll be great fun. It's gonna be the hype of it. I just know. I already know. It's gonna be one of those, like, you know, we just rock up and we all are like stoked as soon as we get there, and then we just ride that. We ride that the whole day, like, whoa, you look great. Oh, you look great. Oh, isn't this awesome? And then that's it. That's it. We're just carnage all day. I can see it. I don't think I've seen any groups cosplaying that before. So, not at MCM. So that's going to be interesting. 100%, and I can't wait. Yeah. It'll be super dope. Also, I'm glad you think the video idea is wholesome because it was my idea and I was nervous people would think it was lame. No, it's awesome. Why would it be lame? Why are you deep in it again? It's just like the little mini interviews last time. Obscenely wholesome. And I was very, very grateful to have been part of that. So, because I'm an anxious noodle, that's why. Well, well, gee. I'd say stop that. But that's not really how that works. So I suppose just take it from me. It's wholesome. Just like the meats. The meats are always wholesome. It's been fun getting into the community side of things. You know, I'm usually more of an edgy sort of lone wolf kind of guy. And I'm of course being facetious. I am as edgy as a Satsuma. But I do usually do those kinds of things on my own, you know? So it's been nice having these kinds of things to get involved with. It's a good thing. I trust you, so thank you. Wholesome is the goal. Yeah, as it should be. As it should be. And given that's the goal, you're doing a very good job. So it's fine. It's all good. Can't wait to see what comes of it, to be honest. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled, that's for sure. I'll be waiting for the notification to drop in the Discord. And I'll go and have a look for myself. I know I don't engage a whole bunch with the Discord these days, but I do keep kind of a casual eye on things. So, you know, it won't get past me. Glad you stopped being a lone wolf or an edgy Satsuma for the meets. It's always nice to see you there. Thank you. It's always nice to see you guys. I say always like it's been a long-standing thing. It kind of feels like it has. It totally hasn't. But you know when you meet people, you just kind of gel, and it's like you kind of just have always been friends or whatever. It was one of those. So, and I know when we went to go see Ghost, Charlotte was pretty nervous, new people and what have you. As soon as we met up, she was like, "Ah, good. I understand. Yes, trust me. Trust me. The vibes are all here." Just the similarities, you know. Sometimes you get that with people. Straight away, you're like, ah, you understand the assignment. Okay, well, I can't say too much, but we have some big things coming, so keep an eye out. Oh, gee. All right. Fair enough. Don't mind if I do. I shan't press you on your secrets, but I'll keep an eye. I will keep an eye. weird. By the time I get back to MCM, it's going to have been a full year since I'd been. That's going to feel strange. At this point, I'm kind of just treating it like my Christmas equivalent, to be honest. That's kind of what it is for me now. I'm so glad she was okay and felt comfortable with us. It was super fun hanging out with you both, and the vibes are awesome. So glad you're part of our little group. Aww. Thank you. Gremlins is the operative term. That is exactly how I'd describe us. So, thank you for having me as part of the Gremlin squad. I appreciate it. And I hope that Will's recovered from the emotional roller coasters. Plural, because he went to more than just the one that we were at, which is nuts. Like that. That's crazy. Like, one, mind blowing. Two, I don't know if I could survive that. Like, that's too much. I think I'd just pass out. Especially one after the other. Good grief. Okay, I have to just lurk for a minute, but I'll still be here. And Will never recover, but that's okay. Worth it. Oh, 100% worth it. And you go ahead and lurk. That is totally fine. I have to duck out to go get some more water in a minute anyway. So, checks out. I think I got lucky because I got into Ghost a few years ago, so I got to see them again at the O2, but before they were, you know, really popping off and sort of gained their virality. So this wasn't my first rodeo with them; it was my second. So you know, I didn't pass, but it was definitely more grandiose than the first time, which is insane because the first time was nuts. So seeing them like actively top that was really something special. Gotta say, definitely was. So I'm glad we all got to experience that together. Just a shame that the trains really screwed us over. Which reminds me, I need to add to my to-do list to book a hotel for Iron Maiden. Because there is no way that I'm getting there late for Maiden. Under no circumstances. It'll be me and my nan. and we'd both be livid. So, yeah, I need to jump on that. Taking no chances. Last time I saw Iron Maiden, I'd made a thing. It's like a gift for the band. No idea whether they ever actually got it or not. I handed it over to the there's like a particular like desk that you can hand stuff over at, and I gave it in there, and the people at the desk were fairly impressed, which was nice. I was just giddy, to be honest. So, you know, I hadn't ever seen him live before. I'd wanted to for years. So, but I've not done anything like that this time. This time it's just right. Just gonna go see the thing, and then skedaddle. So you know. Shouldn't be. I don't want to jinx it. I say shouldn't be too stressful, but then Ghost wasn't meant to be stressful either. Thank God we wound up heading up there early, because we're both paranoid. Turns out we had good reason to be. Yeah, shit happens, I guess. I wonder. I wonder if I could be making this easier for myself than I am. Almost inevitably the case, but even so. I think that's been my problem this whole time, is I've been pushing stuff around rather than removing any of it. It's what I need to be doing. And mess around smoothing it after the fact. Already seems a lot better. Seems a lot better. Okay, I've still got a decent chunk of time. I'm not going to say I'll finish it because that always results in not finishing it. But I'm willing to leave everything else. So that's progress. See, there were a bunch of like 3D print files for this online. But I just, no. I fully appreciate that it's an area I need to get into. And I intend to brush up on all my CAD stuff. But I don't know, I just physically making stuff is so much more fun. I mean, in fairness, I had a lot of fun. It didn't feel like it at the time because of the time pressures, but realistically, I had a lot of fun with the chains for the Wave Mother. Like, that was painstaking. It was great. I'm still convinced that cosplay is just a form of masochism, to be honest. That's what it boils down to. I don't know a single person that cosplays that doesn't get a kick out of the panic, you know? I'm convinced it's a real thing. Alright, that's not the worst. Let's see if I can just try and do something kinda sorta similar alongside. This time learning from my mistakes. Just removing a bunch rather than just pushing it around the place. I think that's going to make my life easier. That's going to make my life much easier. Alright, I'm learning. Kinda. It definitely looks better. Right, I'm going to BRB real quick to go get a drink. So bear with. And then I'll be back. And hopefully I will be satisfied enough with the thing to walk away from it. But we'll see. So give me 5. Okay, I am back. I just have to get some more gloves. Oh, unless I don't have any. I don't know that I've got any more. I did order some this morning, so they will come tonight. Until then, mayhaps I am destined to suffer. Now, well, there are worse things. There are worse things than getting clay on my hands. I just really don't enjoy it. In fairness, I'm right-handed, so if I use this last one on my left, then in theory, I may suffer less. Knows. Right, where's my reference? Right, definitely going to end up faffing with this a little bit. But for the most part, I think this is a strat. And now you get to be witness to how purple my hands go. Even though I'm not cold. Oh well. Sure. Just around here. That's a much better method. I should have done that a lot sooner. Oh well. Problem with me is I am inherently forgetful. So live and learn doesn't really apply to me, if I'm honest. So I will definitely be doing something like this again at some point. Make exactly the same mistake. And, yeah. It will happen. I'm at peace with that. better than it was. Do I try and make this nice before I do the next bit? Maybe. Pretty sure this meets in this middle. There's not a line through the whole thing. It's just to try and get the center. Keep forgetting today's Friday. It's the thing with working weird shifts. Absolutely lose track of what day it is. It wasn't until I thought, oh yeah, seeing a friend tomorrow. I thought, okay, well then it can't be a weekday. That's not how that works. I don't know. Shift work has been a weird experience. Because on the one hand, it's been absolute carnage. Like, social life, what social life? When your friends are only ever available on weekends, you work like 2 out of 3. It's pretty rough. Then on the other hand, because I don't know, would you call it a night owl or an early bird? I'm one of those. Like, the weird times have kind of worked for me. So, swings and roundabouts, but it's only really worked in places because I am the exception, not the rule. You know? So I can't honestly say I'm going to miss it. My main concern had always been the financials and the stability. That's what's always put me off of freelancing for. I'm in the best position I can be currently, financially, to give all of this a good go. I'm saying that like I don't intend to succeed. I don't know. I suppose it's tricky because when it comes to the arts, there's always that stigma. And as much as I know better, it's difficult to get around that in my head. think as well, because growing up, my my mum always had various home businesses that she'd say pretend to run, but I don't know. I don't know her intentions. I wasn't in her head, but either way, nothing ever came of them. And I always found it really frustrating. And I just look at that and think, no, I won't be doing that. And I've got to try and get over myself because no, I definitely won't be doing that. I'm a different person. I have my convictions. I'm incredibly stubborn. Like, there's no way that I don't make this whole thing work. But there's still that disdain for these sorts of things that I had growing up. And now I just got to try and get over myself. Acknowledge that this is very, very different. I am very, very different. That these days people tend to be much more receptive to the arts and to what goes into things. The amount of effort people put into things, the skills that it takes to do stuff. You know, when I'm walking around conventions or festivals or anything, I'm always drawn to the artist stalls. Things that people make, draw, paint, create for themselves. They're the things that I'm interested in. Because I've got an understanding. And I think these days more people have that understanding. It's not the same as when I was growing up. Attitudes are completely different. People are far more receptive to the work that goes into things. So, I don't know. I guess my point here is that I've got a decent shot. As much as I keep freaking out about it, quitting the day job, pursue making stuff full time, is not as whack as I think it is. Not really. It's not going to be easy, but I wouldn't want it to be. I'm not interested in easy. I never have been. And I think that in of itself probably says quite a lot. No, I've always been someone that will push things, take stuff to new places, experiment. Which is funny because in so many ways I'm the least adventurous person I know. But when it comes to stuff like this, skills and crafts, relentlessly looking to improve on things, try something new. I don't know. I guess it's just my fascination. Everyone's got their things. Mine is just improvement. And the relentless pursuit of. That's why I'm my own worst critic. I don't know. I always want to do things better. I think it's a bad trait, but I definitely need to temper it. Because a lot of the time it stops me from doing stuff. Because if it's not perfect, why bother? Streaming is an example of that. The reason I hadn't pursued it for so long was because I wanted to jump straight in and be perfect. It's not how it works. And it came to a point where I realized, like, if I don't just do this, I'm never gonna. So I just did. Am I any good at this? Absolutely not. Does that matter? No. No, it doesn't. Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, you know, may as well try. Sorry to ramble. I guess there's just a lot on my mind. I'd expect it of anyone contending with the same sorts of things. I've been very lucky in that everyone around me has been entirely supportive of my decisions. And I kind of have to frame it like, well, if they think I can do it, you know? And I suppose the benefit is because this is a field that I've been interested in for so long, I've had so much exposure to other people who do the same sorts of things that I know it's doable. Completely doable. I just have to get out of my own head. I'll manage. It'll just take me a little bit of time. Better late than never. Anyway, enough wallowing. I don't know, does it constitute as wallowing? Thinking, I guess. Enough overthinking, that's the one. It's absolutely what that is. I need to be using my reference more. Been obsessing again. Let's look at it piece at a time. So this is here. It kind of... It's a little square on the bottom. I've made it. Let's see if I can mess with this a little bit. It's better. It's the angles that are tricky. Suppose if I get the main thing in place, I can mess with the rest. That's considerably better. So then what does it do? It's like that, and it goes up. It goes up and cuts in up here, so this does exist. Little channel. Need to be less focused on finessing things. It's doing that thing again where it's getting kind of soft. So I guess I'll have to be a little more careful with it. That comes rounding up past. That seems relatively okay. do that, and then I'll get rid of a bunch of stuff. We can rebuild. I think that's the trouble, is I always go in too light. I need to hack away at stuff first. That does that. It comes up. That's the whole point in that original center line. To know where that was going. Right, that's going around and up. It's around it. And this is pretty much fine, in fairness. Where is that little triangle one? This one. Let's do this. Yeah, I think this would have been easier if I'd just laid on these sections from the get-go, rather than trying to approach it the way I have. But oh well. Right. If that's a thing, which it is. What happens with these bits? They come in. Come in and go up. More like that. It's closer. It's definitely closer. Closer, but still not quite. I think it is that it just needs to be pushed in up here. I think that's all it needs. less bothered. It's better. Then from there, what does it do? It just has an extra bit in here. That then joins Still gotta try and get it to join up there. Maybe let's whack some of this in here. It's one way of doing it. I'll take it. Better. Definitely better. Thing with this is that it then kind of comes to that point and then splays out again. So that's like that. What I need to do is have something in up here, I think. If I collect a bunch of these tiny fragments, I reckon I can fit something in here. Build it into that. It's better. Definitely needs to be in more. Okay. That's better. That's definitely better. I think it needs a tiny bit more down here. And that's definitely better. Definitely better. I'm definitely not throwing my back out. It's fine. At least with these, I'm kind of limited as to how much time I can even spend on it. So, by these, I mean these sorts of streams. The ones before work. I'm obsessing over pointless things again. Got to deal with this other side first. It's going to be this in here. Yeah, I would say so. If I do the same and push this in, kind of worked better on that side. Down here instead. Get the right sort of taper on it. It's better. Now can I get the same thing on the other side? Is the question. Closer. My brain is a million miles away. Must be reaching that point in the morning. I was thinking about work. Ugh. I'm hoping it won't be too horrendous today, in fairness. Really hoping. It always finds a way to surprise me, so we'll see. It's better on that side. Try and retain the way that middle bit looks. It's better. Still need to try and match it up a little bit better. I wonder that any easier to see? Maybe slightly. Maybe slightly. Difficult. It looks like it's really dark. In spite of my best efforts to light this place up like a Christmas tree. And I feel like the closer it gets, the more the screen tears, so maybe I don't do that. Where does it want us to be? Here? Fine. Fine, here it is. See, I think I need to add a little bit here. I think that's what I need to do. Smush it down a bit. You know, I like that side. Can I do the same on the other side? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Okay, that is definitely better. Definitely better. And more accurate to the source material, which was the whole point. Yeah, it's better. That's more like it. Right. I need to think about the bit that goes above that. Try and see what the angle's like. It splays out in the same sort of way, which I'd assume it would. I think it points a bit more. Let's see. What does my reference look like? Okay, yeah, more or less the same sort of thing. Follows the same sort of line. So actually, what I've got here, I can probably work with, which is nice. definitely follows this line. I would say this probably sticks out a bit too much now. I just give it one of these. Same here. Because there's going to be hilts that has to come in across here. It's fine. Always faff with that as needed. Not the end of. Right, I'm going to get rid of some of this, because I'm going to keep leaning on it otherwise. So, looking at this, yeah, just kind of follows the same line, really. Kind of not super far off of what I've already got. Not really. Maybe I'll add just a tiny bit. That's too much. That's pretty okay. It's not the worst. It's not quite right though. Not super far off, to be fair. Really. I just add a little bit in here. That's better. Then if I attempt to do similar on the other side, Hard to tell how even it is. Prefer that side. I think I need to build up a little bit on the outer edge. I think. Probably not that much though. Looks better. Definitely seems. Oops. Did not mean to hit the webcam. But I am currently leant right over it, so. Checks out, really. Trying to get everything even. You know, close to even. It's hard to tell. So bear with me while I hold it up to my face. Just to see if I can discern whether it's actually different or if it's just because the angles. Okay, I think that fixes that bit. I can fix that separately, that's fine. Mostly just trying to see whether it's vaguely similar on both sides. It's kind of pretty close. It was pretty close till I did that. Okay, fixed. Everything's fine. No be panic. mostly okay with one side. I wish I could do this bit on the table, but I can't. I have to angle it. Otherwise, I just can't see. I literally have this board up to my eyes and at a diagonal, trying to mess with this. I'm able to see what I need to fix. So I couldn't tell that it sat on the table. Okay, closer. Closer, but not quite. Making my eyes go funny. There's a little gap. It's a gap, it's more of a dent. There's a little dent in one edge. I can probably fill. Yeah, it's definitely this edge. Don't think it would translate on camera anyway. I think it's one of those you can tell in person, but otherwise you'd be none the wiser. Which I suppose begs the question of why faff with it then? Why indeed? Let's see, I can probably do this bit from down here. Yeah, that's doable. It's better. It's definitely better. It seemed fairly even from up top. Yes, to a point. Need to fix this. There isn't such a massive gap. It's better. It's slightly better than it was. As far as fixing the size of the gap around it. It's better. Trying to get in there has been interesting. That's fine. It's whatever. Okay, should probably go to bed now. Blimey. Surprised you're still here. I enjoyed my time here as always. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Always kind of a vibe first thing in the mornings. So, yeah. See you when I see you. Good night. Or good morning, depending on how you want to look at it. And, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good sleep. And I'll catch you at another point. What is the time actually? Oh, gee, yeah, okay. Yeah, I should be ducking out soon anyway. That's fine. I can just finesse this bit. Then I should, in theory, be able to walk away. Because realistically, I am mostly okay with this as it stands. It just sucks that it's always the case that one side is easier to nest than the other. Trouble is, these are such tiny little adjustments. And because it's all gone kind of soft again, the slightest of slight marks is gonna come through. Come through in a fairly substantial way. So it's definitely approaching the point at which I have to call it quits. I have to leave it in the fridge, so, you know. At what point do I heed my own words? If I'm asking that question, it usually means it should have been 10 minutes ago. It's just awkward because I keep accidentally ripping bits up. I'm not trying to, but it's because it's so soft. It's just gonna do that anyway. Again, why am I doing this? I know what this means. I know what I need to do. But because it requires me to down my tools, I refuse. Every time. I think I'm gonna start up a jar or something. And every time I keep going when I know I should stop, or I've vocalized that I should stop, I'm gonna put money in the jar. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll end up with a small fortune. Or I would if I carried cash. Alright, what is the time? 4:20. It is time to duck out. Go get ready for work. Realistically. I can continue with this tomorrow morning. Post fridge. This needs to be good enough for now. Realistically. So I will just keep ballsing it up the more I faff with it. Alright. Okay. Keep getting closer and closer to leaving it. Alright. I've acknowledged that this is too soft to continue working on. So I am going to walk away. I've got to go to work, so no choice. I have to duck out. Right. Well, I have most of a little gemstone-y thing, as difficult as it probably is to see. I can kind of see. So, yeah, I've got most of that. I will still finesse it, but that'll be a future me thing that I do probably tomorrow morning, post-fridge. So, yeah. I am going to go and get ready for work, albeit reluctantly, and stretch my back out. Jeez. Alright. Anyways, I will catch you guys probably tomorrow morning. So, yeah. In a bit.